Okay, so we're here with Yaya Han at Anime Expo 2013. How are you doing? How's the show going?
I'm very good. It's the last day of the show. It's always bittersweet because I actually started cosplaying at Anime Expo '99, and so every year I come back, definitely some nostalgia. I feel like I've grown a lot with this convention and seen this convention evolve over the years a lot.
Well, we interviewed you last year.
Yeah.
Since last year, how many new outfits have you produced in Premiere?
Oh my gosh, several new outfits. I don't keep super accurate track. I can't just be like, 20 or something, but it's been, I've been making probably like one outfit per month, sometimes two per month, so I've definitely, the thing is, I get kind of bored wearing the same outfit over and over again, so I feel like I always have to make something new, wear something new, and get that excitement.
Do you know if there's a particular one of your costumes that's the most popular with your fans?
Well, it's Chun-Li right now, because yeah, every time I wear Chun-Li, people are really happy, and it's a very comfortable outfit. I don't even have to wear a wig with it. So this one I probably wear Chun-Li more often than any of my other costumes.
Okay. Now, were you interested in creating clothes prior to doing cosplay, or was it something that cosplay kind of introduced you to?
Absolutely not. I had no idea how to do makeup, model, make costumes, anything. I really, truly, cosplay has given my life so many different directions, given me a lot of different meanings, and so it's been really amazing, and I'm very, very grateful to this hobby that's now turned into my career, and I feel very responsible to the community because it's the cosplay community that made it possible for me to do what I love for a living. So yeah, completely self-taught throughout this whole process.
Okay. Now that actually is a pretty good segue to some controversies that have been happening lately. Since we last spoke, it seems like the blogosphere has erupted in controversy over cosplay, particularly pretty much solely aimed at women.
Yeah.
Now, when a guy cosplays, it's never questioned whether it's a labor of love or something like that, but for some reason towards a woman, they don't get that same respect. Now, do you think that's something that's gotten worse over the past year, or is it just something that's now becoming public?
I obviously I've changed with the community, and I've definitely watched the way it's been changing, and I really think that the biggest change happened when Facebook and Twitter and other social media became so prevalent, because before, to be a cosplayer, you had to either make your own page, you had to be very active on a cosplay forum, you had to really interact within the community, and the only way people could measure your cosplay's quality or measure how experienced of a cosplay you were is by following your work over the years. But when Facebook became so accessible with the fan pages and such, and with all the ad revenues and such, anybody could make a cosplay page. Anyone all of a sudden could gain fans, could start selling posters and start promoting themselves as a expert in cosplay, and they didn't have to enter contests anymore. They didn't have to prove themselves through years of hard work to be invited to conventions as a guest. And of course, when you're talking about those Facebook fan pages, women will always have they will always get more attention. I mean, like, a girl in a costume will always get more attention than a guy in a costume. And I know a lot of guys are frustrated by it, and a lot of women like me who've been in the community for a long time, we struggle to figure out how to set ourselves apart, because like I never before had to worry about my safety at conventions before. I never had to worry about people being lewd or discriminatory towards me, except in the last couple years since I've had a Facebook fan page, since cosplay has become a lot more accepted at events. Now it's like I have to figure out, how can I explain to people that yes, I love the glamour, I love the sex appeal, I'm an exhibitionist, sure, I'll put myself out there, but what is most important to me will always be craftsmanship, will always be the love of the characters, and how I've really started off, with no knowledge, and sort of had to pave the path for other people, because I had to be the one to figure things out. my generation of cosplayers, we had nobody to guide us. We just had to sort of blindly feel and experiment, figure out techniques, figure out what it means for a cosplayer to be a judge at a con, what you can offer a convention if you're invited as a guest, what you can teach in panels and such. So, you're right, it is sort of controversial, and on one hand I'm all about empowering women, I'm all about girls having fun and doing what they love, but it's discouraging to a lot of younger cosplayers, especially girls, who want to get into this because they love cosplay, they love the fandom, but they're terrified. They don't know how to, handle the overwhelming, like just the overwhelming male approach, sometimes not very graceful, and they're really scared to wear some of these costumes, and they don't know how to stand out, how to make their voice heard.
My girlfriend actually is very interested in cosplay, and she's been trying to figure out what her first cosplay costume is, but some of the things she's been seeing over the past year has really kind of inhibited her from actually wanting to do it.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of advice can you give to women who have been experiencing this kind of harassment?
Well, if you have been harassed, I feel awful for you. I've been there myself, but safety in numbers, definitely be aware of how you look before you step out. Make sure that you're completely covered in some sense, even if your costume shows cleavage or shows if you're wearing a bodysuit, you can wear dance tights underneath. You can make sure that you tape yourself in, so that way you feel more comfortable being out there, and just walk away from any uncomfortable situation. Don't ever feel like you're trapped. I think a lot of women, when they get in a situation that's uncomfortable, they kind of freeze and just walk away, seek a friend, grab a guy friend, and just feel safe, feel comfortable. At the same time, just don't be discouraged if you are starting to cosplay and you don't immediately get a lot of followers, or your pictures don't get a lot of views. I think Facebook is really counterproductive because it throws up the views, it throws up the followers, the numbers right there. And so people no longer look at the quality of your costume, they actually just look at the number first. And so I think that you should always, if you're interested in cosplay, really do it for yourself, do it for the fun of it. Take some pride in making your costume, because that will change a lot. If you only buy a costume and wear it, the only enjoyment you can get is from the attention that people give you at conventions or online. But if you made the costume, then you have something that you can talk to other people about. You have something that you can be proud of for yourself. It's not for anybody else. Definitely don't cosplay for anybody else. Cosplay for yourself.
Well, that's one of the important things to know, is that you actually create all your costumes.
Absolutely.
And you also designed all these ears and everything as well, right?
Yeah, wings and ears and products, and they all came just from, me making something for myself, and then somebody asking if they could get the same thing, hey, can you make that for me too? And actually for a while I did do full costume commissions, made full costumes for anybody that, had the money and had the time to trust me with their project. But now I actually enjoy just offering items that are affordable and that are accessible to more people, and anybody can purchase a pair of wings or a pair of ears and complete their costume and still be creative. This is an accessory, you still have to come up with the costume.
Okay, so last question. Can you give us maybe a tease of who we might see next from you as a kid?
Actually, I've been working on 2 different costumes for San Diego Comic-Con, and I'll tell you one of them. I'm super proud of it. I'm making the Phoenix 5 from Marvel Alliance.
Oh wow.
So it's a Phoenix outfit, but it's armored, and that's what really got me interested. I was like, I love Phoenix, but the bodysuit, it's just a bodysuit, but this version she actually has shoulder pads and a chest plate, and it's pretty badass. So I was like, alright, I think I want to do this version.
Right, awesome.
So you'll see me in it at San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to plug for our audience?
Well, definitely just, keep cosplaying. Don't, definitely seek out the resources that are out there. You can learn how to make costumes very easily from different tutorials. YouTube is a great source. I've learned several different techniques just by searching YouTube videos. And maybe I'll see some of you at Anime Expo next year, San Diego Comic Con, so it would be awesome.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.